Bitcoin starting to break out. Is it going to continue higher? When we are looking at everything going on in this market right now, we have to make sure that we do not mess this up. Altcoin alt season is just, it is on the cusp of absolute greatness. Trump is buying altcoins and people are bearish right now. What the heck are you talking about? We've got incredible signals that are setting up. It might be frustrating right now, but it usually is most frustrating before the largest pumps. So what is this pump signal? I see Trump pointing at it right there in the charts, and it is starting to reverse. And that is the ultimate bull signal that we have been really waiting on beyond just the chart setups and the new crypto-focused administration post-inauguration. What is going to come? Some chop is here until we get some further clarity on when these executive orders come out that are in any way regarding crypto. But while we're sitting here waiting, everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ding the bell. Let's get this posted out. Maybe we'll do a giveaway today. So everybody right now, let's get the vibes going. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're looking good. These charts are setting up. Let's go.
Bitcoin, pump, altcoins, pump. I've been preparing for this. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Bitcoin. Pump, altcoins, pump. I've been preparing for this. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Bitcoin, pump, altcoins, pump. I've been preparing for this. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Bitcoin, pump, altcoins, pump. I've been preparing for this. Can't nobody tell me nothing. SEC and its policies rely on whatever Gary thinks. Bitcoin to flight to quality. I heard that from Larry Fink. Every hour losing purchasing power on food and shelter. It's not our fault. Blame the coal. It's the political cowards. When it comes to gas, our purchasing power just got cut in half. I sit back and laugh, open my bag, fill it with stacks and sats. Bitcoin, pumping, altcoins, pumping. I've been preparing for this. Can't tell me nothing.
And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality. We are hearing from clients around the world.
Bitcoin, pump, altcoins, pumping. I've been preparing for this.
And I believe crypto will play that type of role.
Bitcoin, pump, altcoin, pumping.
We are hearing from clients around the world.
Can't nobody tell me nothing.
Crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a
Can't nobody tell me nothing. Bitcoin, pump.
We are hearing from clients around the world.
Prepare for this.
It's time to dive into these charts, everybody. We're going to be doing some TA. We're going to be breaking down some charts and some signals and this ultimate pump signal that is essentially starting to flash right now. We are set up. We are ready. You've been stacking. I've been stacking. We've been stacking. We've been doing this together. We are riding this dragon to Valhalla. Let's get into it. Everybody hit that like button. Throw a 1 if you're ready. The market is setting up in every way we regard it, and some people are still feeling bearish right now because they're not getting what their a little bit biased bubble sort of expectation was all of everything we were expecting. The executive order, first thing's going to be Bitcoin, and it didn't happen with the executive orders. Well, there's a lot bigger things at play, and remember, Bitcoin and crypto are still on the fringes of society. So basically doing the executive orders that were more focused on the border, on what was going on with the government, going on with, the various different aspects, trade, energy, all these things. I do think the stuff regarding Bitcoin is coming, regarding crypto, regarding, some of these regulations or adjustments or empowerment or changes from removing suppression. All that is still on the table. And regardless, Bitcoin is still the best asset in the world. So even if we get 0 executive orders, we are super bullish. So some of this speculation, let me actually switch the screen here from home. There we go to work. There we go. That way we got the right aspect ratio. But we're seeing Bitcoin chopping around a range, which was one of those things that I talked about the last 2 weeks about having the first finally fully established break above $100,000, which is this line right here, and having any retests, especially with the candle bodies, hold above the zone. And we've gotten it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 4 candles with candle closers on this, downward price action, closing and opening above this zone. If we're able to maintain above this, we are setting up for what we want to have happen in this market. Even if we break down from here, it just means we have one more opportunity. As we move into what's happening in the rest of this quarter, as we move into the foundation for the rest of this year, we need to be a little careful right now because, as I pointed out yesterday on the charts when we had Kevin Svensson on, that chart from CryptoCon showed that we've had these January washouts time and time again, and they've resulted in incredible upward price action. So what are we to do when we see Bitcoin holding? Look at this. I mean, the fact that we're even trading in this zone, yeah, I mean, all the way down here, 89,000, all the way up to 109,000. We have been trading in the zone. This is incredibly bullish for what is to come. This is incredible. For those of you that have been in this market for some time, that have been around like me since 2015, 2016, and the fact that we see all this discussion happening on the main stage of the world, and all these talking points, even though Trump hasn't brought it up yet, the fact that it's in the discussions with Bank of America, with Michael Saylor, with various members of the Senate and Congress, with state strategic Bitcoin reserves, the bills just keep getting dropped onto the public, showing that the appetite is there. The fact that we have these ETFs still having incredible appetite and people buying in, and what's happening with this market, guys, just patience right now is a virtue. By the way, shout out to everybody that's tuning in. My name's Kellam. Welcome to the BitLab family. Welcome to the BitLab stream. We are here, January 2025, and Bitcoin and crypto is the talking point of the world. Let's celebrate this. The fact that price isn't running away isn't a bad thing. It means we still have opportunity before this leaves people behind. Unfortunately, a lot of people are selling right now. I'm going to show you a couple metrics. I'm going to show you a couple charts, and I'm going to do a bunch of TA on this stream to show you why what we're setting up for is incredible. Shout out to everybody that's here. We got Tater in the house, One House Productions, Akin, Alexandra G, the real G of the crypto moderators and family out here. Who else we got in here? We got all kind of folks in here. Ben Simmons. Everybody get involved. I want to do a roll call right now. Let's get active in the live chat. If you're watching on Twitter, welcome. We should just start calling it X. If you're watching on X, shout out to you. I do want to shout out specifically to those on X. When you're watching, I want you to just realize, if you go to this mainstream, if you, let me mute myself. If you come right here and chat here, I can see it. Even though I don't have this up, I have a little window here that includes all your messages. So if you have coins you want to see, if you have questions, if you have thoughts, I definitely recommend coming over and watching on YouTube. But it's perfectly, I mean, we sometimes get more viewership on Twitter. I just want to encourage, this is a community. So everybody get in here, get active in the chat. Big love to each and every one of you. Now, we got some things we got to go to, so I'm going to run through some of this because what I want to do more than anything for each and every one of you, I want to break down the charts, the price action, some of the levels we're looking at, because the altcoin market, guys, I think we are at the cusp. Even if we get another dip from here, everything that's setting up, the landscape of this market is more bullish than I've ever seen. And yet some people are still worried right here, and we've got to talk about it. So when we dive in and we realize that the other day we were under $3.2 trillion market cap, and we're up here back at 3.57 trillion. Bitcoin's back above 2 trillion. Ethereum's back right at about 400 billion. XRP, 182 billion. Solana, 120 billion. BNB right at 100 billion. We're seeing incredibleness in this market right now, and yet some people are worried. In fact, we also have a new sort of guide in terms of what's going on in this market, especially if there's no capital gains on made in the USA tokens. And I mean, we got everything from XRP, Solana, Dogecoin, Cardano, Chainlink, Avalanche, Sui, Stellar, which is XLM, HBAR, Litecoin. And shout out Litecoin, their accounts on Twitter followed me. They've got like 1.1 million followers, their main account, which I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Uniswap, the official Trump token, Near. I mean, you go all the way to Ondo, Algorand, Render. I mean, if this is going to be a metric for whether it's a handful or all of these tokens actually get proposed to have no capital gains, that would be so much liquidity into these projects. And then we also got our friend here, one of those coins we've been stacking into. Where is it at? Boom, 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 boom. Constellation DAG is also on this list now. Where's it at? Constellation DAG also on this list now. And we were talking about stacking into this for about 3 months at 2 cents. And this is just getting started. So, and remember, this is probably, in my opinion, one of the most American cryptos because it's working with the U.S. Treasury, it's working with the U.S. Air Force, it's working with the Department of Defense, it's working with the U.S. Space Force. Guys, talk about a crypto, America-focused crypto that was born here. Let's pay attention to that. Now, when we're going through what we're going through, let's run through this. Everybody stick around, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I mean this, and I'm not asking. I'm just letting you know how it is. If you enjoy this kind of content, when you're watching on Twitter or watching on YouTube, when you all engage, when you hit a like button or you bookmark on Twitter, when you hit the bookmark, even if you never use bookmarks, bookmarks are one of the number one things that boosts the algorithm that Twitter sees it goes. People like this content. When you hit the like button or when you subscribe and follow the people that you're getting content from, it really makes our life easier because it pushes it out to more people and it costs you nothing other than some appreciation. And so shout out to all of you there and everybody that is engaged. Let's break some records today. We got a couple hundred people in the room already, but let's get into it because we got some data with the inauguration yesterday, with what's happening with the altcoin market, with some signals that are suggesting that the prices are about to take, not that way, this astronaut right here to the moon. So let's talk about what these signals are. Well, first off, this is how everybody's feeling right now. Everybody's feeling this. Babe, don't leave. Trump will announce a Bitcoin strategic reserve soon. And you're just seeing a little bit of sell-off on the speculation. While after that sort of, wrapped, we're getting another sort of push here. It's still, I think this week is going to be choppy, especially if we don't get any of the crypto executive orders. Remember, it's not guaranteed those will come, but it doesn't change the intrinsic value of what's happening within the crypto ecosystem. So when we look at this, we're like, we're feeling this, it's all good. But remember, Matty Greenspan here said, all the pundits are pointing out that there was no crypto mentioned on the inaugural speech. Blah. He launched 2 meme coins this weekend and a crypto LLC, and World Liberty Finance has been stacking into the market with millions of dollars in buys and things like Chainlink and Tron and Athena and almost double or triple that in Ethereum and also Bitcoin. So his actions are screaming support of crypto. So who cares if there's an executive order in the first 24 hours? Remember, it is still under the first 24 hours. So technically it's still within that first day of him being in office. So let's be a little bit calmer about what our expectations are. Because then we also see, is he crypto focused or not? Well, here's a blogger laid out and mapped the connections of Donald Trump with and the new administration with crypto projects. Look at how much is represented here, from Morpho to Usual to, I've never heard of Puffer, but Kraken, A16Z, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Sui, Link, Athena, Ondo, Aave, Tron. What else we got? Ondo again, Securitize, ZRX, Craft Ventures, never heard of it. DOIDX, Honey, AI16, Doge, Tether, Solana, Sui. I mean, this is, and people are worried right now. What on earth would they be worried about within the crypto ecosystem and this new administration? Then we look at this. This was telling us a Wyckoff reaccumulation was suggesting that breakout was going to happen. And the way this is mapped out here from Trader Tardigrade, we can see the various aspects of what you're expecting on these breakouts. So what we see right now is this is that move down, which is the spring. And then what you have is a push up, a little bit of a test, but push up, a little bit of a test. You get the SOS, boom, SOS. You get the come down right here, the BU, which is the back up, boom. We're right in the middle of this. Yes, we got a little bit of a washout here. So these aren't going to be directly one-to-one, but we're seeing a chart pattern that has been recognized since the late 1800s, but Bitcoin wasn't around then. That's not what I'm talking about. Charting, technical analysis, and how you can outline the psychological navigation of markets was starting to really be recognized and sort of put out there back with Wyckoff in the late 1800s. So when we look at this and we realize this is a pattern that is very regularly recognized about the human, the psyche, the way markets move, And it's going directly as illustrated from 150 years ago. And then we see this. This is what I'm talking about. People buying and people selling. Well, who's selling and who's buying and where are they doing it? It gives you alpha for if you're on the right side of the trade. Right here, the Bitcoin choppiness index is fully gassed. It's fully gassed and ready to, let me say that again. The Bitcoin choppiness index is fully gassed and ready to send. As covered back in late November, the thesis was likely was that we likely had several weeks of chop consolidation before properly trending away from $100,000 level. Well, we're there. And this is what he's talking about. The choppiness, boom, this choppiness index, when it fully gets to this point, you likely then very soon have the next move. But most important to that, who's buying and who's selling? I'm not interested if short-term holders are selling because they tend to be dumbasses in this market. What do we see? Bitcoin short-term holders start to sell at a loss. Okay, what does that mean? Historically, when this metric turns negative, it often highlights attractive buy opportunities for the long term. We can see this here. Flips negative. What does it look like in the past? So here's the price. Here we go. Here is the price. And we see every time that this flips negative, boom, price moves up. Flips negative, boom, price moves up. So on and so forth. Flips negative, price moves up. 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 Flips negative for some time, a little bit more of an accumulation here. This is that 7-month choppiness here. And then what do we got again? Negative. Now, does this mean we're going up today or tomorrow? No. It means we are in an environment, especially during an uptrend here, that suggests that we are entering great buy opportunities for likely a asymmetric upside coming. So when you're wondering, is price going up or price going down and you don't know what to do, you can look to the behavior of different types of market participants. Dumbass money, which is short-term holders that sell emotionally and buy emotionally, they tend to buy tops and sell lows. Or you can also say, okay, if short-term holders are selling, what does that mean? And we can see on this chart right here, on an uptrend, when boom, on the bottom here, when this flips negative, the profitability of short-term holders, they're selling at a loss, that marked the bottom, boom, up. Look at this. Okay, we get scared. This flips negative, which is the red line bar right here. Perfect opportunity for a pump. And then here, we had a little bit more of a consolidation here as more of an accumulation. Accumulations are before the move to the upside. This proved to be a great opportunity up. Oh my God, sell off, it's over. Flip negative, opportunity up. Now we had, look how long this is. Now, does this mean this is wrong? No, this huge amount of negative here suggests that as they are selling, you're getting stronger hands coming in to buy at these levels. And you're creating this accumulation zone before the next move up. And we just flipped right again, suggesting that we do have an incredible opportunity that may be before us. So let's not follow dumbass money. Let's follow smart money and realize when dumbasses are selling at a loss, that may mean that you're getting that signal that this is an accumulation opportunity. Now, it might be a week, might be 3 weeks, might be 2 months. But point is, if you're smart money, you're not buying and selling emotionally. You're looking to data to stack in. Because we also see the substantiated further evidence that keeps building. Bank of America CEO says the U.S. banking industry will embrace crypto for payments if regulators allow it. This is a completely 180-degree turn from what we've seen for the last 16 years. Now we have a crypto-focused administration that is laying out the pathway. Also with hopefully that, I think it's SAB 21, or I can't remember the bill there. If that is repealed, that will also give Bitcoin banks the ability to hold Bitcoin and not hold them as a liability. So all paths forward are suggesting asymmetric upside for the price action. And then what do we see? We see the full send signal. This is what the title of the show is today. And I do want to just welcome everybody in that just rolled in. We got 1,000 people in the room. Shout out to each and every one of you. Welcome to the BitLab family. My name's Kellam. We're here to keep you on the right side of the trend, looking at data, not being a moon boy or a bear. We're going to look at the data and see what the data suggests and teach you about it along the way so we can give you trading setups and signals and all that, but let you know how to do it and make sure that you understand what you're looking at so you don't get trapped with the emotionality of the price. The price doesn't matter if you're not looking at it in context with the other data points. Now, I do want to ask every single one of you right now, let's break some records. We got 425 in the room on YouTube and another 500 in the room from Twitter. Every single one of you, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell. If you're on YouTube, you can do all those things. If you're on Twitter, all you got to do is come over here. And I do want to just call out, we do giveaways throughout the week, every week. All you have to do to enter that giveaway is come to, and I'll share this to the Twitter, to the YouTube family. If you're on Twitter and watching this, again, just open it up. You can live chat here. Mute my ass there. Live chat here. I can see if you have questions, you have coins you want to see, blah, blah, blah. Live chat right there. And then if you want to enter that contest, just come back to this page right here. Hit that retweet, hit that like button, and make sure you're following me here at Kelly Kellam or at Academy BitLab. And we will, you're going to be entered to win. Now, let me share this to the community here on YouTube. Go over there, retweet that. Now, we got some more charts. We got some signals. Let's get to it. This is the most bullish thing I've seen. We've been waiting on this. I posted this chart this morning. The full send bull takeover coming to Bitcoin and alts. Is it? Well, global liquidity is looking like it is likely bottoming and setting up for a push up. The global liquidity is the fuel for risk on, aka bullish price appreciation explosion higher in these markets. Plus, we have a crypto-friendly administration that just started yesterday, and some people are still bearish. This is what we're looking at right here. This liquidity level coming down, meaning liquidity coming out of markets, pressure on buy pressure, right? So it's sell pressure in markets because there's money coming out of the global liquidity. So people go into a protective sort of stance in markets, and they don't go as bullishly in the market. Now, what's incredibly bullish about this is as global liquidity was dwindling, Bitcoin's price was actually already pushing up. So what does it mean if there's that much buy pressure and excitement and bullishness in the market? If it's going up in the face of reduced liquidity, if then you also get an increase in liquidity in the face of bullishness, that is full send signal in the market. So do not get chopped out in this interim, this uncertainty moment because people are wondering what executive orders are going to, it doesn't freaking matter for the crypto industry. It will be a huge boom if there is, but there's still bullishness without that. And I do still expect something like that will happen, but I'm not butthurt if it doesn't. This right here, if we get this reversal, what do we see right here? This was that move from about 20. I don't even know what this price was. Let's see what that price was because it went from here to 108. Let's see what that price was. And we can zoom out here, go on the 3-day, double click here. That would have been right here. That is $25,000 all the way up. I mean, 300% gain, 300% gain from that last liquidity pop on the market. So that's right here. And then we also have this one, which is all the way down here, about $16,000. We also have this one right here. What I'm looking at is when the global liquidity either takes a sharp turn up or fully reverses from going down back to up. Same thing right here. We had the little chop zone. This was a global economic shutdown. And then when the liquidity was turned on, boom, this front ran this consolidation, and then boom, look at that. And then we also got back here in 2018 into 2019, right here, we had the little kind of downside, little sideways on liquidity. And then on the uptick, this front ran that move here. And we're starting to see potential bottoming in this. Now, is that the case? Is it likely that the liquidity is bottoming, meaning we're about to get an injection in liquidity? Well, let's look at the data. Is a huge wave of liquidity coming? The U.S. will officially hit the debt ceiling on Tuesday, which is today. And the Treasury may be forced to drain the Treasury general account. This could mean a big liquidity injection into markets, but it's not that simple. Now, we can go through all of this, but essentially what this is saying is we're coming into that time frame, and we've seen it, and I've shared it with you over the last 2 years here. And I think around today is the 2-year mark that we've been live on this channel. Now, BitLab has been around. You guys all know we have BitlabAcademy.com and the Discord and the full education suite that we have there and the indicators and all that. BitLab has been around about a little over 4 years, but we started this channel 2 years ago. And it's my mission not just to be someone that gives you signals, not just, hey, price go up, price. No, we're going to make sure we have a community here. We're going to make sure we're empowered. We're going to make sure this is positive. That's why we don't have trolls in the chat, because we bring you the data you need. And I've been talking about these signals. I've been talking about the importance of liquidity and the liquidity cycles over 4 years, which somehow perfectly align with the halving cycle, which somehow perfectly align with the presidential election cycles. And we're just now, feels like, is it going to happen? We got $18 trillion that's come out of the Chinese economy since 2021. They're in shambles. I do think that we're going to have a pretty big boom of liquidity come into markets in the very near future. And that will just be fuel on the bullish fire positively. So, I mean, we got to just keep our mind about us and realize we're stacking. We're patient when it doesn't happen our way. We take advantage of price actions when they dip. We're at that part of the market that we do not mess this up. Shout out to everybody here. I want to do a roll call. If you are here, if you're paying attention, type anything in the live chat. Could be an emoji. If you're a member, drop an emoji. Drop the emojis you're feeling right now. BitLab members here. And if you want to know how to be, it's just $1.25 a week. If you want to become a member here on the YouTube, you just have to be subscribed. And then once you subscribe, it'll say join. It's like $1.25 a week. You get the beaker next to your name, you get the emojis, and you also get access to those jumpstart TA sessions I do in the morning. And I actually dropped some thoughts in there in the post communities area as well. But let's see if we can get some members in here. Let's actually do that. If we can get 20 members in here, I'm going to set a goal. Can I set a goal? Where'd the goal thing go? The goal thing's gone. I can't set a goal. All right. For some reason, there's usually, I'll just watch. If we get 20 members, whether it's gifted or not, I will do the giveaway today, drawn from today's show. And that giveaway, the winners are going to be drawn from this right here. Those that hit the retweet and hit the like button. And you got to be following me. We'll randomly draw a person today. If we can get 20 BitLab members joined, or 20 super chats, either or. It could be a combination, 10 and 10. I just want to get you guys engaged because we got some alpha coming out over these coming weeks. But then we also see, look at where we're at. This rising channel, Bitcoin has spent the last 7.5 years trading inside this channel. Boom, all the way back here to 2017. Crosses of the mid-level have always resulted in tests of the channel extremes. Channel extreme is here. Mid-level right here. Look, we broke out, came down, supported it. Look at this. We were under it this time, couldn't, and then we just moonshot after. This is also the stopping point here before we had the further breakdown. Found bottom, found bottom, found bottom. Look at this. Top, top. Are we going to get this move all the way up to 310,000? Well, it's going to depend on what some of these decisions are legally for our nation, for strategic Bitcoin reserves, and how that unfolds internationally. But the point being is here, look, we've got rejected here, and now we broke through and found support. The new paradigm, I do think, is here. I do think we're going to be seeing some stuff. I do think we're going to be getting that move. Everybody's still wondering if it's happening. It's happening. Best coin to put 1K in for a 10K. It depends on where you're at in the cycle. It depends on what the rest of your portfolio is. If you want higher risk, something in the AI narrative, something in the AI agent narrative, anything from AI 16Z to AI XBT to, and there's a number of different tokens. I'm actually going to show you some stuff here in a second within the virtuals ecosystem because they got some big stuff happening. But also, for me, I wouldn't do it in one. I would kind of split it amongst a couple things like Constellation DAG, maybe something in the AI, and maybe something else that really floats a boat. But we can go over that in a second. Thank you for the super chat, Meteor. I appreciate you. And shout out to everybody else that is here. A good number of people here in the room. Shout out again. Now, continuing on, what else we got? We're about to get into the TA here in just a moment. Altcoins, as frustrating as it has been, this is just a giant weekly bull flag after a breakout of this zone, finding support on it. And if that's not enough, we also just got that signal we've been talking about, the inauguration. This is the price action as it is related to where the inauguration is. Look at this, inauguration up. Look at this. We had a little bit of push up here, but the largest gain was after the inauguration. What we get, a little push up, a little sell. Okay, we're right here. The certainty's coming back into the markets. The excitement about what's happening, the resilience of what we've seen in the economy. especially within crypto specifically, now that we have a crypto-friendly administration. Again, it doesn't matter if you like the administration or not. If you look at this like a speculator, like an investor, you're looking at what their impact on this market will do, not if you like them morally or not. I want to know if I can trade by buying low and selling high, or buying low and expecting it over a longer period of time and selling much higher. And that is impacted. My decisions are impacted on where the regulatory framework will be for an industry, as well as the idea of a risk on or risk off narrative. And this is suggesting, like we've seen in all three cycles preceding, that the majority of the upside happens post inauguration. So let's keep our wits about us and realize that. And then we got things like this. Who are these people? I want you all to type in here who these people are. If you don't know, you need to do more research in this space. Of course, this is RFK Jr. And this is Sergey Nazarov, founder of Chainlink. What do you say? Great conversation at the Trump inaugural committee candlelight dinner last night. I can see a whole new path for the blockchain industry that simply did not exist a few months ago. Exciting times ahead for our industry. And this is also following, roughly when World Liberty Finance went from about 70-something thousand Chainlink to overnight buying. They more than tripled their Chainlink holdings. They have like 256,000 Chainlink now, multi-million-dollar acquisitions there. Very, very bullish. And that, I believe, top USA coins, I believe it is in that list. Another super positive deal for Chainlink there. So things are setting up, and this is that chart exactly. This is the 80,000 mark right here. Look at this, now all the way up over 256,000 Chainlink. And then you also see all these altcoins, World Liberty Finance, essentially Trump's family, their business that they launched, stacking into altcoins, Tron, Link, Aave, ETH, Wrap, Bitcoin, Athena. I mean, this is super bullish for the space. Then you also see SUI finally listed as made in the USA. Awesome. So also within that narrative. Then you also see Constellation DAG listed and made as the USA. I got it there and on CoinGecko. And then we got all these updates from Virtuals, which is, a big part of that AI narrative, and what they're doing makes revolutionary announcement for the future of the AI agentic economy and how projects are quickly adapting to the fast moving ecosystem. A lot of growth here. I'll share this link with you all in the live chat. And hopefully, you guys can go through this because there's quite a few different, Masato on Virtuals, Virtuals IO, Eliza OS, Eliza, I should say, not Eliza, Gecko Agent, Seraph Agent. We got, there's a ton in here. And you can go, when you see stuff like this and the development within the AI narrative, and figure out where you can see the diligence, do your diligence, see where there might be a lot of growth, but the market cap's not reflecting it yet. For instance, one of those coins that I shared with you all a week or so ago was that Sharp AI. And I was astounded. Where is it at? Sharp AI has partnerships, it was in the business incubators with Google and Microsoft, got grants from them as well, in some ways tied to IBM. And you can see Sharp AI, this has just been riding, brand new coin, very recent, riding this sort of move up. But when you look at Sharp AI, look at this. This is stuff I like to find where we're at right now in the market cycle. When you look at this, it's got under a $9 million market cap, and it has some ties to Microsoft and Google, and some of the money from the BitTensor, the VC people from BitTensor also involved with this. And it's not listed on a major exchange yet. It's on MEXC. That's where I get a lot of my this and CoinW are where I get my smaller market cap stuff. But Get.io, Bing S, this is where you can find it. And it's, guys, this is just ready for liftoff. Oh, I almost pressed the in button on my thing here. But so when we're understanding that this AI narrative is likely about to, AI XBT is another one that I got. And you remember, this launched in November, this AI agent that you can, it's got all this data compilation. It's already got 413,000 followers. What if this becomes a top KOL in all of crypto? And as it grows, it also, you know, you see it sort of mind share and all this sort of grow as well. And then you look at Doge. This is doge.gov, by the way, the Department of Government Efficiency. Again, whether you like Doge or not, or Elon, or the government website is actually using the Doge signal there. So when we look over this, let's look at what Doge is doing. DOGE. And look at this. It's let's go to the daily, double click. I feel like, let's see. There we go. So considering what was happened here in this market, I mean, look, when these moves happen, they happen quite fiercely. A lot of sideways action, boom, very fiercely. A lot of sideways action, and look at this, right? Well, look, a lot of sideways action, pushes up, has the first sort of leg. Is this the first leg? Under that high, and it's now a mainstream news talking narrative with DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, it's mindshare, everything out there, just a general awareness. Could be a big signal for the space. But let's get over and look at Bitcoin and talk about what's going on here. So it's not moving. Well, I mean, this has been moving since it was born, just with some sell-offs along the way, right? So when we zoom into this and realize since September 6th, this has made, you know, over 100%, about a 104% move to the upside. We just had an all-time high yesterday. When you say it's not moving, it means you didn't catch the right part of that trade. Now, what we're seeing here, we had the falling channel here, this pattern. Boom, 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 boom. Touches this perfectly, pushes back up, gets rejected perfectly. Washout, bear trap, launch. Now it's come back, retested this, kind of formed a W, weird, almost a diamond-shaped pattern. Could be a diamond-shaped continuation, but what I'm seeing isn't just the price action. Remember, we don't just look at price. What I'm seeing is, when I see what's going on here, what do the data signals say? Well, let's look. We got the stochastics came down and reset. They're rolling out. That's what this orange line is. This is on the BitLab trading stack. This is the BitLab Trend Fuel, which is part of that stack of 3 different indicators that you get with the BitLab trading stack. But this came down, reset. We still have positive money flow. The VWAP, the volume weighted average price, which is, I love this within, because you get to see this on the BitLab intelligence too, on the moving averages up on the price action, which we'll show in a second. But this came down and kind of formed a W pattern here, suggesting that this might be attacking that next move to the upside. The RSI, the purple line, also moving to the downside, starting to get that angle to the upside. If this can break, remember, this is on the 6-hour chart. If the RSI can break this level, I think we're going to get that move. And we see the momentum kind of starting to roll out. So let's look what that looks like. 4-hour. Yeah, you see, it's trying its best. So large wave, smaller wave, VWAP, this is on the 1-hour, VWAP angled up, money flow positive. It's just, it's almost like this is a speculation outlined of people's hopes and fears about the expectation of when the executive order might come out, referencing digital assets in any way. Whether it's we're not selling any of the Bitcoin custodied by the US, whether there's a strategic reserve, whether there's anything. But the case for Bitcoin moving into this year is still as bullish as ever, with or without those executive orders. So I think this is just chopping people out. We're going to see that across the board. Ethereum also, with a little bit of kind of negative speculation right now because of some of the stuff going on with the Ethereum Foundation. But this is a kind of zone that Ethereum really needs to get above if we're expecting that next leg up. We have this, this trend line that comes back here all the way to November, as well as these horizontal levels with all this support, rejection, support, rejection, 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 support, rejection, rejection chop zone. So this is that zone we really want to get through. But we also see we got a bit of a trend line kind of coming up through here. So yeah, I mean, we're just in kind of an uncertain chop zone right now, with the dominant bias being that things are going to resolve to the upside. The dominant bias that things are going to resolve to the upside doesn't mean it's just going to go like this. If the dominant bias is that we're going to resolve to the upside, it sets up the scenario for this, which is what I've been talking about. The fake outs in this market have been legendary and consistent over the last 2 months. Because the bias, because the bullish foundation is there, it's very easy to take advantage of the liquidity in the market. And when we look at that liquidity in the market, let's refresh this. The liquidity in the market is dominantly to the upside. So even with a little bit of a washout here, the dominant is up here. I mean, look, 109 to 110 is where the largest magnet, AKA there's liquidity there, which acts as the market wants to go to where a lot of liquidity is in the market. Now, this is on the 3-day. What does it look like on the 12-hour? Well, you see how when you look at different time frames, you get slightly different narratives? The dominant move over the next couple weeks is going to over the next week plus is going to be to get to the $110,000 mark for that liquidity. On the 12-hour chart, we cleared this liquidity here. Now, the dominant narrative here is maybe there's a room for a quick move that comes down and scoops this liquidity down to this $100,000 mark before, almost like a spring before it lifts off. Now, whether or not you trade that move or make any moves whatsoever, it's good knowing that. So when this does, Kelly just said the dominant area is at 110. Yes, on that time frame. When you look at the smaller, very near immediate time frame in the next hours to the next day or two, if you're aware that there's a huge amount of liquidity right down here and the market moves down to flush this, you don't go, oh my God, and sell everything only for the market to rebound. So having this data on your side gives you the tools you need so that you don't make dumbass errors in this market. Because as we pointed out, let's go back to it actually. I'm going to come over here to bookmarks, scroll down. Where was it at? Right here. For those that weren't here earlier, the short-term holders are selling at a loss. Does that mean they're right? Historically, when this metric turns negative, it often highlights good entry positions for the long term. This just flipped negative. Look, when this flipped negative here, launch. Look, when this flipped negative here, this is this is a price action here, right? This is the measurement of the positive or negative. As soon as this flipped negative, boom, launch. Look at this. This was a FTX collapse. Boom, right here, launch. Now, this was a bear market, so it gets a little bit choppy here. We are in a bullish trend, and each time that this is flipped red, meaning the short-term holders are dominantly selling at a loss, this created the opportunity. This was a major opportunity that most people messed up because they're like, why is it chopping sideways? They get frustrated, they leave the market. But this was a 7-month accumulation before the major rise. So let's be okay with what's going on because it's still presenting opportunity. So my question right now, let's see what we got. We got, let's see, viewer activity, 1 super chat. Okay, we got no membership. So no giveaway today, but we're going to give away some great information as we do all day here on this channel, on this stream. But XRP is still looking incredibly strong. We've got these moves, bull flag, bigger impulse, consolidation, and sort of a bull pennant falling wedge. Boom, breaks out, finds support, launch. Remember the target on this move is up here at about 460, 470, which is also the 2.618. That's the fib extension, suggests where price could likely go. And this has been really minding these, look, golden pocket, rejection, now finds support. Now comes up to the 0. Now comes up here into the I think this is 1.382 or 1.618. Look at this, rejected. Now comes back down to the 1. Now look at this. And then right here, 1.382. See this rejection right here? Little consolidation. Then boom, where to go? Right to the 1.786. This is following the stair-step pattern of the Fibonacci and the next target. And this is a bull flag. Look at this. Now you measure this out. Now let's measure this out. Boom. Look at that. Now the target on this specific move itself is the same rough target as this larger move that we just measured. XRP looking good. Solana. I mean, just in the news as it can be with all those Trump coin and Melania coin launching. We talked about this rounding bottom before this launch. And what happened? Oh my God. Now, boom, test the neckline, a little bit of a consolidation, and then a little more consolidation right within this bar that we had. We already had this on here because we know how to draw where the interest levels are going to be. And then look at this. Soon as the break out of this, boom, comes back down. This is bullish. A breakout up, coming down, testing where the bulls come back in above this neckline. Beautiful. Positive money flow. Stochastics came down. They're rounding out. RSI came down. It's rounding out, meaning the bearishness is rounding out to a likely next bullish explosion. The BitLab Trading Stack dashboard here shows bullish, bullish, neutral, bullish. So we have more bullish than neutral or bearish here. Yeah, the VWAP angled up. Guys, we're sitting on a powder keg of explosiveness in this market right now, and some people are still being frustrated. Cardano, look, breakout of the falling channel, breakout bullish, boom, comes right into the golden pocket. Look at this, golden pocket. And then sells off, oh my God, right into a level that we had already had outlined. W formation gave us the bullish signal again, broke right back up into the golden pocket, came down now, higher low, find support on the 382. So let's see what happens in the zone. But I think we're going to be getting a move up here again soon. And then the breakout up in here to the $1.22, and then the continuation up here to the $1.35 and beyond. I'm bullish on Cardano in this cycle. Then you see things coming back over to, one of my favorite coins out there, the doggy coin, dog on Bitcoin. And this is on a pretty large cup and handle here with a falling wedge, right? Falling wedge, which tend to break out bullish, still has negative money flow. But I do think when the markets start to get to ripping, I think this is going to have some explosive moves. We're going to be watching for a zone here about 0.055, this level right here. The next level we're really going to be paying attention to is kind of a zone, this 5.5 to 6. The next level we're really watching is about 8. And then here at about 9.8. But then I think as soon as we clear this zone right here, the dog on Bitcoin, which remember, dog on Bitcoin, no KOLs, nobody's promoting it. Every token's out. It's evenly dispersed across over 100,000 wallets out there. Primarily more Bitcoin focused people. And it's not listed on any exchanges yet. In fact, there's some speculation right now that Binance might be listing it. It was in a Cointelegraph article yesterday. Might be listing it on futures on Binance. This is not listed anywhere yet. So I get it on, I got mine on MEXC, but you can also get it on your Xverse wallet over on Magic Eden and so on and so forth. And essentially this is inscribed Satoshis. So you're basically getting inscribed Bitcoin. And so I'm super bullish on this. Remember, this is a meme coin, culture coin on Bitcoin that has people like hedge fund managers like Mark Yusko, that's Dan Gambardello, Matthew Hyland, Leonidas, OG General, who's got massive following within the crypto ecosystem. There's so many different players out there. Nobody's getting paid. This is just, hey, this is a Satoshi principal coin that so many people, 100,000 people, it's not listed anywhere on a major exchange. And this can tap a $2 trillion in liquidity. When this market gets to ripping, I think this is going to just be making people that left this behind, very sad that they didn't take a flyer there. And I love the fundamentals on this. So shout out to the dog community. If you are a dog community, clip this, share this, let people know. Let people know about this. And again, not financial advice, just looking at the different fundamentals of projects out there. There's no token unlocks and all this. No, this is every token's out and you can just participate in one of the best communities out there. I love you guys. I appreciate you. How we get it, Kelly? Well, what do you do if you want to find out how to get it? Let's go ahead and do this last little lesson before we go. Right here, you go to coinmarketcap.com or CoinGecko. You type DOG, pop it up, see dog, Bitcoin. Boom. And what do you see? You come to markets, shows you BitGet, MEXC, Gate.io, BingX, Bitmart, LBank, XT. You can get it on Xverse, the Bitcoin native wallet. And trade it, swap for it on Magic Eden. This is also on, I believe, on CoinW. CoinW right here. So any of you that have to CoinW. And again, with that being said, shout out to everybody that's here. Again, if this is your first time here, my name's Kelly Kellam. I love you guys. This is a positive community. I love building this with you all. And we're going to be riding this dragon to the top. That's what we're going to do. Hopefully I can help you prevent yourself from making silly errors. And again, thank you to our channel partners, CoinW. If you want to join our free trading group, that link is pinned up there in the top of the comments. When you come over here on the page, where's my wallet, my mouse at? Right here. See free traders group right there. There's a link. When you deposit money on there, it's for you. It's your money. When you deposit money, CoinW matches, I think, up to $30,000 in bonuses based on different things that you do. But you deposit 100, you get 100. Deposit 200, you get 200. That link is right here. All you have to do is sign up for CoinW. No VPN required, no KYC required. Just get in there. We're getting into infinity here. But if you're also on Twitter, that link, if you go onto this post, first comment right there, Free Traders Group. And then also make sure you're protecting yourself online. Head over to nordvpn.com, nordvpn.com/BitLab, and you get 4 months free on this. It helps protect you from identity theft and from people stealing your bank information, from crypto scams and all that. And also, if there's any issues, like people in Turkey all of a sudden couldn't use Discord, use a VPN. You pick where you want. You want to be in Brazil, go to Brazil. You do that right through a VPN. It's I think it's like $2 or $3 a month, but you get 4 months free if you use nordvpn.com/BitLab. And then, of course, make sure you are protecting yourself. Protect your crypto, protect your future. One tap, total security. GetArculus.com and use code BitLab20, BITLAB20 for 20% off. And you get, I think this is the safest crypto cold storage solution out there. But that's all I got today, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. We're going to head over to Blockchain Basement now. Let's all head over there. Let's spam the chat. Let's do something fun. Say, the BitLab fam is here. Let's jam. So let's do that. Let's head over to the Blockchain Basement now. And that's all I got, everybody. Adios, muchachos. Let's stack in. It's going to be wild this week, but what's coming is astronomical, especially you've been stacking. I appreciate you guys. Adios. Adios, muchachos. Thank you for coming. Thank you for always tuning in. I love you guys.